Hi, my name is Gabrielle Lese and I'm a shareholder at Anderson Kill. I'm here today to discuss some highlights from an article I wrote recently on gifting to minors. The age of majority in most states is 18. Before that age, for example, a minor can't vote, sue or be sued, or enter into contracts. And by the same token, a minor can't inherit a substantial amount of assets without a responsible adult receiving and holding those assets for the child. Now, it's very customary to have a young person in your estate plan. A grandparent, for example, might want to give a gift to each grandchild in his or her estate plan, or young children may inherit from their parents in case something happens to the parents while the children are still young. You need to plan these gifts carefully. If a gift is given in your estate plan to a minor child, someone needs to be appointed guardian to receive and hold those assets for the child. Now, even if the child has a parent alive at the time of distribution, and the parent is the natural guardian of the child, the parent still has to go to surrogate's court to be appointed guardian of the property for that inheritance, to hold it on behalf of the child. The process for getting appointed guardian of the property is a bit time-consuming and onerous, and is best avoided if possible. So I'm going to talk about two techniques to give gifts to young people while avoiding having to have someone named guardian of the property. The first technique to give a gift to a minor, naming a responsible adult, is to use the Uniform Transfer to Minors Act, or UTMA. An UTMA account allows a custodian to hold assets for a young person until age 18 or 21, depending on the age the donor sets up. Now, the main advantage to an UTMA account is that the custodian can receive the assets with minimal setup costs and without court supervision. However, the disadvantage of an UTMA account is that the young person receives the assets at age 18 or 21, which is a very young age for a windfall of money. Incidentally, in this case, if you know a young person who's going to receive assets from an UTMA account at 18 or 21, that's an excellent time to do some planning with the young beneficiary to make sure that they have a good plan in place, and instead of getting a windfall of money, that they have a more measured outflow. Now, the second and often more prudent technique to give a gift to a young person in your estate plan is to create a trust. A trust is essentially a fiduciary arrangement naming a person or a trustee to receive and hold assets for the benefit of another. The trustee controls the distribution pursuant to the terms you set out in your estate planning documents. Now, the main benefit of a trust is that you can create more nuanced distribution provisions for the young beneficiary. For example, you can say, if my children inherit from me and they're under age 30, I ask this person as trustee to hold the assets, and my children can receive half the assets at 25 and the remainder at 30, or whatever you desire. So the main benefit of the trust is that you can set up these nuanced provisions. The disadvantage of a trust is that it has more ongoing requirements than an UTMA account. So, for example, a trust has to file an annual tax return, and the trustee has fiduciary obligations to the beneficiaries to manage the trust assets. In conclusion, gifting to minors is an important topic of your estate plan and requires forethought to ensure the intended result and to ensure the ease of administration for your heirs. It deserves your attention to make sure you're managing these gifts properly to fit your circumstances. Again, my name is Gabrielle Lese, and if you'd like to reach out to talk about your estate planning, I'd love to speak with you. Thank you.